radar just like we do, and when they detect rotation in a thunderstorm cloud, to be on the safe side and err on the side of caution, they go ahead and issue a tornado warning for the particular county that's going to be affected. So when we come on the air and we say a tornado warning has been issued for Patrick County, Virginia, we're not saying that there has been a touchdown in Patrick County, Virginia. We're saying that Doppler radar has detected rotation in a thunderstorm, a funnel cloud, if you will, that could lead to a touchdown or a tornado on the ground. So that's what we're talking about, and that's the reason the National Weather Service up in Blacksburg, Virginia, detected that on their radar, and they have issued that warning for Patrick County, Virginia, until 11 o'clock this morning. And that thunderstorm will continue to move through Patrick County, Virginia, and even if you don't experience a tornado up there, and we certainly hope you don't, you'll be having some gusty winds and some very heavy rainfall for areas of Stokes County as well. But I don't want to leave out Davison County as well. No warning for you folks yet, but you've got some heavy rain down there in Davison County from around Lexington and Thomasville down to Southmont and over to areas around Denton, North Carolina as well. Be on the lookout for ponding water because there's so much water vapor in the atmosphere. The rain is really coming down in a torrential fashion, if you will. So no reports of any wind damage or anything like that. That line goes all the way down into areas around Albemarle and just to the west of Troy. Now, what we're going to be watching over the next 30 minutes or so is to see how this line may impact areas around Asheboro and over into Greensboro as well. Let's take a look at First Alert Double Doppler radar, and we can zoom in closely on it here. And what we're looking at, you can see Danbury here over in Stokes County, and this is the storm that we're looking at, and this is the one that's moving off to the north at about 45 miles per hour. And again, we detected rotation in this particular thunderstorm cell as it was moving to the north. That rotation in the upper atmosphere that could lead to the production of a tornado. But thankfully, so far, we are checking in with law enforcement up in Southside Virginia and into Patrick County, Virginia, and so far we haven't had any reports of any damage or anything like that. So certainly other areas of the Piedmont bear watching as we go through the morning. These continuing line of showers and thunderstorms associated with the remnants of Ivan moving through, but some of the storms are intensifying because we're seeing a little peek of that sun. And with the tropical moisture and the heating of the morning, that's providing the energy or the fuel, if you will, to get some of these showers and thunderstorms to get very strong. And the overall rotation left over from Ivan would lead to the possibility of some tornadic activity. Keep in mind, about 45 minutes ago, and we ran a crawl at the bottom of your screen, the Severe Storm Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma, issued a tornado watch that goes from southern Virginia right through the Triad and all the way down to Troy and Montgomery County, points to the east. Although we'll still be watching things out to the west. We do have some rain showers out over the mountains and foothills, but so far extra cloud cover there have prevented daytime heating from the sun, so things will be a little bit quieter west of the Triad. You'll get some more rain, but we don't see the severe weather there. But from the Triad and points onto the east, obviously we're going to be watching this as a tornado watch is in effect until 5 o'clock this afternoon. And of course, we'll keep an eye on things, Jay and Rosemary, and if we have any more warnings, of course, we'll get that information on for you.
You know, Ed, I did have a question. If we could put double Doppler back up real quickly. I know you're getting some more information there as well. Indicative in a lot of these things where you actually haven't had a spotter on the ground actually seeing a funnel itself and certainly not touching down, which we should say right now we haven't had any word of confirmation of such. But, you know, they can issue a warning strictly on radar evidence. Do we see a hook here? When I first saw that, I wondered if I'd actually seen an indicative hook echo there at all that might indicate where the rotation is in that cell.
If there is one there, Jay, it's not very well defined. Again, any rotation there would certainly alert the radar and let the National Weather Service employees know that there's rotation in it. So, I mean, if this were a potential F4 or something like that, you'd see a dramatic hook here. But we're talking about very weak thunderstorms that are very weak tornadoes that are associated with the remnants of Ivan. And although they're very, very weak, they still, if they do touch down, they can cause a lot of damage across the area. Okay, another warning for us. We have until 11 o'clock, about 15 minutes from now. We have a tornado warning that has been issued for northern Stokes County, and this is also just part of the same thunderstorm complex that's moving through that area. The thunderstorm that we saw on Doppler radar and that we see on our regional radar here, moving through areas of Stokes County and into areas of Patrick County, Virginia. So both of these counties under a warning until 11 o'clock this morning. Again, our newsroom has checked with law enforcement up that way, and we have not gotten any information about any damage or anything like that. So we'll continue to watch it as we go on through the day.
All right, and we'll be checking back with you in just a couple of minutes. This is a look over downtown Greensboro from our tower cam. And as you can see, there's some blue skies poking out there. And this is exactly what Ed was talking about a little bit earlier. We see some of this sunshine. It heats up the atmosphere, and it makes the potential for these thunderstorms even greater, which in turn is why we're seeing some of these warnings now pop up.
That's exactly true. Yeah, it's been a little bit deceptive, we could say, this morning. It's really been thick and humid and still early on. Certainly you can't use the word still right now. The breezes are really kicking up around 20 miles an hour, I would guess, as I stuck my head out the door just a little while ago. But that's kind of indicative of how unstable things are as the system kind of moves on through. We saw that squall line kind of marching its way up here from the Charlotte area over the last couple of hours or so. And
we were watching the radar this morning, and it appeared that Ivan had kind of veered north, and those heavy bands of rain had really stayed to the west of our area. However, we knew that there were some more rain bands that were going to come through, and we would have to be watching those throughout the morning. That's exactly what those are now. Those are rain bands from Ivan that are causing some of these thunderstorms.
Producer in the booth is just telling me, Ryan is telling me that northeast Davidson County, southeast Forsyth